Black Supremacies, Nattyisisyah. Join the website www.kingnobleuncensored.com. Also check out the blog for this video at veganwhileblack.wordpress.com. So today I wanted to talk about how drinking water can make you wealthy, because I know a lot of people like to, talk about making money and buy black, but drinking water is one of those things that you don't necessarily have to have a business to do to become wealthier. And you definitely can be, it can help you in other areas of your life if you basically adopt this practice or, adhere to it, get back on the wheel for those of you who might have fallen off, and also to just basically see the benefits or just the difference of how wealthier you can be compared to if you don't drink water and you are drinking other products. And also drinking water will help you to become richer, because if you don't drink water, your body's going to start to break down in certain areas, or you might be trying to do things that you wouldn't necessarily have to do for your upkeep if you were to just drink water, right? So with that said, it's one of the health tips that I feel that, or sorry, one of the wealth tips that I feel that you're not necessarily going to find anywhere else out there in video or blog format, because I've checked and I couldn't find anything. So, even though for some people they think it's obvious, drink water, they don't really look at it as something that can earn them or that can keep them successful. So you want to consider how water is going to make you wealthier. And one of the main reasons that is because, like I said in my other video, people are addicted, right? People are cued and they're triggered to drink anything else but water. So if you haven't seen that video, the 8 cues and 6 triggers that are keeping you thirsty, definitely go and check that video out, right? And so with these companies putting all these other products on the market or all these other beverages on the market, you're drinking these things, you're paying so much money for these things, right? That you're drinking, because it's I feel like this whole new era of just 2017 and going on and beyond, like it's like these drinks, they seem as though they really picked up steam and people have really caught on, because now you can get flavored water, you can get your energy drinks, you can get all these different types of teas from all over the world, you can get smoothies, all these other things they're picking up, right? And people are, they're buying these things, they're not thinking about the health effects of it, because you're thinking it's just a smoothie, it's just a little drink here, a little drink there, right? But then you look in the mirror and you're like, well, you know what, look at my skin, I'm breaking out, or my skin is dry, my hair is breaking, my hair is dry, my nails. So you're like, you go and you're saying, well, let me go and get some hair cream, let me get some moisturizer for my skin, let me do my nails, go to the nail shop, spend some money with the Korean, right? If you were to drink water, your body would give off a type of glow that you wouldn't necessarily need, right, if you were taking care of your body in that way. Because just because you're drinking all these other drinks doesn't mean you're hydrating yourself. You could still be dehydrating yourself. A lot of these drinks, they might have oils, hydrogenated fructose, and I don't want to, I'm definitely not an expert, I haven't did all the research on that, but with some of these drinks having oils in them, they could be pocketing some of the water molecules and carrying that off, and your body never gets the benefit of the actual H2O that might be in some of these drinks. And of course, I also touched on in my last video how some of these drinks are diuretics, so you might just be peeing the water out, and so forth, right? So say also, for example, your skin is dry, or your lips are dry, your hair is dry, you're like, okay, well, let me go buy some creams, let me go get some lip gloss and some lotions, right? A lot of people are also, I don't know if there's a certain, you could be addicted to lotions, creams, and lip gloss, but a lot of people cannot go without these things, right? And again, your body is dehydrated, right? Your body is supposed to naturally keep you plump and fresh and healthy and beautiful and young looking. So if you're drinking all these other harsh drinks, a lot of these, you don't have to drink alcohol to drink a harsh drink nowadays. And a lot of people don't pay attention because they're like, you know what, I'm tired, I gotta complete this little job I'm doing, I gotta stay woke so I could, go here, go there, right? So they're drinking these really strong drinks to do all of that, and you might be crashing on a physical level, but on a subparticle level, we don't necessarily see the effects of that. So you definitely want to drink something that's actually going to be life-giving and not just be sucking your energy and making your cells crash. Because it's one thing to be like, okay, I took too much of that, I need to sleep for another 5 hours. But it's another thing when your cells tire out and they dry out, and you go and you grab something else to drink that's not water again to replenish. So it's like you're just compacting and compiling the dehydration cycle, right? So with back to the whole oil thing, oil or creams and lotions, those are not moisturizers. A lot of people don't know that. But if you've ever studied skincare, you will know that oil is not a moisturizer per se. Moisturizers are water-based, heavily water-based, because oils, what they can do is they can block the oil in your skin, and they can block the keep it, like ideally you're using a moisturizer to keep the moisture in your skin. That is what an oil is supposed to do. But a lot of times the way how people use moisturizers, it is actually blocking the oil out of their skin. So, that's why it's okay to put, that's why it's like if you put oil on your dry skin and you go outside in the sun, you really just feel like you're frying up. You don't feel like you're actually replenishing yourself, and you might even get a deeper tan for those of you who are melanated but still do tan, right? And people who do their hair, they might notice this. I haven't really seen any makeup videos, people who make makeup videos that talk about this, but I know people that do hair, they talk about whether or not you should put oil in your hair when it's wet or not. So it's pretty much the same with your skin. Your skin is better oiled when wet. Otherwise, you could be blocking the moisture out of your skin, which is gonna, you're gonna be looking at your skin later on and you're like, well, it's still ashy, it's still dry. Let me put some more oil on it. When you really should either be, of course, moisturizing yourself right after your skin is wet, or do the first protocol to drink water, drink enough water. Because like I said, I think it was 60%. I have to go back to it. I think it was like anywhere between 60 and maybe 80% of the people were dehydrated. I'm just going to stick to 60. I can't remember what it was in the last video. That's why I make these videos, to stay up on it. But people are dehydrated, right? And they're going for all these other Band-Aid tactics and methods that are not giving them the rewards that they're seeking for the investment of their time and their money and their effort, that they're putting into these things, and they're just relying on television to tell them what's the best for them. And we know, television is they're just trying to, a lot of these companies are just trying to get a buck out of you. So you could be saving your money, right, that you're giving to these companies, and invest it in yourself, right? Invest it in nation building. We could be using this to buy land, to buy actual water purification systems, be setting up our own systems, right? And so when you add nation building into these equations, you have to see too how these beverages are really doing our people a disservice health-wise and financially, right? Because it costs more money to basically support this habit, and it's a habit. Some of you are just going to have to come to the terms that you are addicted to these drinks, You know, people who drink coffee and you know, and tea might notice this, but a lot of you are drinking smoothies. Don't notice that you might be addicted because you refuse to drink water. A lot of you might be drinking apple juice, orange juice, which is not juice, because if you do the research, a lot of these companies that tell you it's pure 100% juice. Like, I've literally met people who have worked for some of these companies, and they're like, no, we pour powder. It's powder. It's not, there's not a fruit in sight, right? So you have to not be trusting these companies, right? And on a earth scale, it costs, well, I'll get back to that later, but you know, of course, if you're drinking water from the tap, it's free, right? And you know I said in my last video, I spoke about drinking what you already have. And, you know, there's a reason why I said that. Of course, if you can get your water from the earth yourself, from a fresh spring, that's of course is better. But a lot of people don't have access to that. A lot of people got to bring themselves to having the resources that it takes to really get that alkaline beverage into their system. So other than that, of course, you're going to save money by drinking the water that you're already drinking. Right? Than you are from drinking sodas, coffees, smoothies, beverages from these retailers and these stores, right? But if we begin to basically master purifying our water, distilling our water, and filtering it on a personal level, you know, over time, you know, you're gonna basically be able to share these skills with other people. So we can basically be healthier on a national level. And, you know, this will just become the norm, which is what we want to do. People need to definitely put more effort into filtering their own water. We can't be dependent on the governments like Flint or Michigan to filter our water for us, right? Another thing is that, another reason that, you know, and of course your health is your wealth if you look at that. If you're drinking water out of the Flint, you know, or even a lot of these other places, they have fracking where, you know, if you light a match near your faucet, it blows up in smoke, right? So it's like we gotta be serious about drinking water. And they can do that. They can do that because we've taken the water for granted because, you know, we don't have our own wells. We're not filtering our own water. You know, we're dependent on them. Which leads them, again, now you're buying bottled water. And as it stands, 60% of the population is dependent on bottled water, or is buying bottled water. And we know that not everybody buys or drinks bottled water. So back to being wealthier through drinking water. If 60% of the people that drink water are drinking bottled water, that is a lot of money going to buying bottled water, right? Then what about the people who are not drinking water? Because we know a lot of people don't drink water. So 60% of people drinking water, bottled water, that could only be like, you know, a few thousand or maybe a million or whatever. But not a lot of people. A lot of people just won't do it, right? So imagine even you who doesn't drink water, or even you who drinks bottled water. Imagine if you were to be filtering your own water, distilling your own water, how much money you could save there, right? And then also, and you know, it's like, it's not even just about the money. It's just about the whole, the connectedness that you're going to have with your water. And so it's like, you're going to be wealthier on more ways than one, right? And it's about the accountability, right, that you have to taking the responsibility of the water that you're drinking, right? So now imagine the money being spent also by people, everyone else who doesn't drink water. Because if 60% of the people are drinking bottled water, what about all the people that don't drink bottled water, that drink coffee, energy drinks, alcohol, smoothies, and begin to imagine the amount of money that they're spending that you're not. And if you drink tap water, or if you distill your own water, or if you catch your own water another natural way, and there are a lot of natural other ways to get water. You can get water from the leaves of plants. You can get water from the earth, from just digging a hole. And you know, there's other techniques that through being here with King Noble, I've been able to basically explore and to research and to test. And you know, so these are the type of things that we can do. And of course, you're wealthier. You know, health is your wealth again. So again, you would be definitely more better off that way. So some people are probably gonna say that, you know, I'm just trying to be cheap, and I'm trying to just get you to drink out the tap, and I'm just trying to get you to, you know, just drink water because, you know, who drinks water? Who does that? It's 2017. Look at this girl trying to be cheap. Well, I'm definitely not promoting any type of deprivation or any type of lack. And it's actually the reverse. You know, I'm promoting abundance, right? And not just in the form of money, but in the form of your health, which is going to give you longevity, which is going to give you vitality, which is going to give you energy to come to the conclusions like I've come to, are better conclusions that are for you on a personal level, right? So when I did say to drink what you're drinking now, again, that was for the people who may not be able to commit to the path right now, but are still trying to find get the information, which is definitely why I'm putting this out here, is to just share this information and this knowledge, right? So I basically said that for simplicity purposes. Ideally, drink water that is alkaline, that is alive, that is electric, that is life-giving to you and your body. And there are a lot of different ways that you can alkalize your water. You don't necessarily have to go out and get a Keegan machine. You don't necessarily have to go out and get these expensive water machines to do it. And the more I look, the more I'm seeing new machines that I didn't even know existed when I had put my initial time and energy into really researching this, like, way back. So now, you know, they're constantly coming out on the market, and you don't necessarily need those. You know, if you are able to do some simple things that are like time tested, you're good. And it's better than all the other poisons that you likely have been drinking prior, right? So again, I'll even say it again, if you just, you know, you can continue to drink what you're already drinking, but in the meantime, learn how to distill your own water, learn how to filter your own water, learn how to get how to alkalize your water, right? Until you can definitely begin to develop the appreciation for you know, making more of a commitment to only drinking that type of water, right? Because again, I don't want, you know, I'm not out here to really be sending people to go and support any type of system in any way. So I don't want you just running out there and becoming part of that 60% that's just buying water when you don't have to, right? We need to focus basically on, you know, improving ourselves, right? On a lot of levels, and wealth being one of those. And again, bottled water, it's really not that great for you, right? If you can avoid it, because again, on a planetary scale, it costs between 240 times to 10,000 times more water taken from the earth than from the tap and through you filtering it at your home using charcoal. So that one bottle of water that you're drinking, it might take 20 bottles of water to do that. Or, you know, I didn't do the math on how much more water is going to take, but you could just, you know, you could do the math yourself. You could just imagine. And it depends, of course, on the area or what kind of equipment is being used to extract these waters from the earth. So, you know, I just dropped the jewel there. Get you some charcoal and do some research on how to use the charcoal to filter your water, right? That way, of course, you're helping the planet, you know, in that sense. And definitely you filter your water once you gain that knowledge, because it's also going to help to reduce the PET chemicals that leach into your water from the plastic bottles. And these PET chemicals, they cause cancer. That's why a lot of times if you buy baby bottles for your infant, a lot of times you'll see that it says PET free or BPA free, and these things come out of the plastic, right? And they leach into the water, they cause cancer, they mess up your endocrine system, your hormones, and you're ultimately gonna have to pay that price, you know, if you don't got your chakra game up, and if you're not really up on being able to cleanse your body of these chemicals and these toxins. So definitely purify the water yourself, filter yourself, distill it yourself if you can, but drink more water is bottom line. Drink more water to stay healthier, younger, and basically to help become an asset, right, for our Black nation in the long run. So that's the video I have for you today. Drink water to become more healthier, wealthier, and wise. Oh, and I forgot to say, the drinking the water, you know, you're going to get more clarity. That's one of the main things. You're going to get more clarity, be more stable, more sure about yourself, more secure. Water is more readily accessible in certain areas, of course. In other areas, of course, they're just, you know, they're trying to get you to buy their drinks. But the clarity that comes to mind, knowing that, you know, you're giving yourself H2O molecules that your body needs. Your body is, what, 90% water. So why are you putting anything else inside of it? So again, drink water. If you want to join my email list, where I might, you know, I send other videos out that I don't post on my page. Sometimes I don't post these videos necessarily on this page. I might post it somewhere else. One of the best ways, if you want to find out more, you know, about the tips that I have for drinking water or this workshop, join the link I have in the description. It should say bit.ly /Nattyisisyah tool. So definitely click on that and subscribe that way. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to King Noble's channel at Lord Yeshua. Join the website www.kingnobleuncensored.com and join the website or visit the website veganlawblack.wordpress.com for more information. So peace and Black supremacy.